Reassurance is one of the best perks that's coming out with the new Resident Evil chapter, but the entire community already has their opinions about the perk, which is not a shocker because it is the DBD community after all. In today's video, we are going to be discussing whether this perk needs a nerf or not. But before we get started, hello! Welcome in or welcome back. My name is Sharon and I'm a legacy-free Nia main with nearly 9,000 hours in Dead by Daylight, and I have been a veteran player since the beta. I primarily stream Dead by Daylight on twitch.tv/Sharon, and I upload consistently on this YouTube channel with lots of different DBD content. I hope you enjoy your stay, and let's get started with the video. So, to refresh your memory, or in case you haven't checked up on DBD recently, Reassurance is the new upcoming anti-camping perk. This is what it does. When within a 6-meter radius around a hook survivor, use the ability button to pause their struggle state progression for 30 seconds. If the survivor is on the struggle phase, it also pauses their skill checks. This perk is on a 40-second cooldown. Now, as camping and tunneling has become more and more of a strat in DBD in the last few years, this perk is a blessing to end that era once and for all, and will be used probably by every survivor in the game. But does this perk need a nerf? In my opinion, yes, but it also needs to be buffed in another way. The perk and its idea is good, but partially flawed, and shocker there, extremely exploitable by survived friends. I will not ever agree with the fact that you can camp at the beginning of the game and still win the game as a killer. That should never ever be possible, and this perk solves that all. If you use Reassurance once on the first hook state, it will make a hook state 90 seconds, which is one entire gen. If all 3 survivors are on separate generators, you can do 3 generators in one hook state. With the 40-second cooldown, you can reactivate Reassurance again on the second phase, adding another 90 seconds for all 3 survivors, which means you have enough time to do the last 2 remaining gens, and a door or a potential rescue mission depending on the killer. Now, once again, this is completely fine in my opinion. If you decide to camp early game, I feel like you should lose, in my opinion, again. But here lays the issue. The perk, especially with survived friends, is very exploitable. Why? Well, picture this. One person is on the hook. Friend A runs up and uses their Reassurance. 30 seconds pass by and the perk is still on a 10-second cooldown. But friend B also has the perk. So friend B sets a timer of, 20-25 seconds and manages to get to the hooked person before the 30 seconds are over. Once Reassurance effect runs out, friend B uses Reassurance, adding another 30 seconds to the first hook state. Now friend A and B can legit just continue to do this for a very long time, which I think is super abusive, especially if survivors force you to stay around the hook in one way or another. And let's be honest, survived friends will find a way to do that. Now we still need this perk to be useful, otherwise camping will never get solved. Therefore, I'm offering, in my opinion, a good change to this perk. I think they need to buff the range of the perk. 6 meters is this close to the hook, which means you're almost always gonna have to take a hit, and especially with insta-down killers, you more than likely are gonna go down, which is what we don't want. Therefore, I think they need to increase the range to, let's say 20 meters, because I don't think survivors should be able to activate the perk from the other side of the map, but I also don't think we should be forced to endanger ourselves to activate the perk. In return, the nerf to this perk is that I think they should make it so each hook state only allows 1 Reassurance timer to be added to the hook. As I already said, using it once adds 30 seconds, which makes the hook state 90 seconds long. If all 3 survivors are being useful and efficient, it allows them to complete 3 generators in one hook state. Add another 30 seconds onto the second hook state, and once again, if you're being useful, you should at least get 3 survivors out of the trial. And I think that's enough. I don't think we need to punish the killers longer, and I don't think we need to make it easier to abuse or make the matches longer to make it more fun for the killer. In the end, typically if you don't get the free survivors out in this situation, that means not everyone was useful during the extra 30 seconds added. And then at that point, it's kinda your own fault. I also think this perk should not work during the endgame collapse. But honestly, after behavior changing so many perks to not work during this, I'm sure they will add that themselves. Those are the 2 changes I think they should do to Reassurance, to make it more balanced, still extremely useful, and less exploitable by survivor friends groups. Now, what do you think? Is Reassurance fine on how it is? Do you like my changes to this perk, or does it need to be nerfed harder? Let me know in the comments section. And that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching and thank you for being here. As always, I'm asked you to do the things that every YouTuber always asks you to do. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. And see you all next time. Bye bye!